Over the next few days, some residents in northern Kent County will be drinking water that should have a lot less PFAS in it. That's because Plainfield Township today flipped the switch on a new system that should eventually filter out most, if not all, of the likely carcinogen from its municipal water. New tonight, Target 8 investigator Ken Kolker takes us on a tour of the plant.
The plant serves some 40,000 people in Plainfield Township and a few neighboring communities. And for years, they've been drinking trace amounts of PFAS.
He's been running for a few hours now. We just started him up.
Today, the township started up 2 massive new filter systems in its treatment plant. You can't see it down there, but under that water is a foot of sand topped with 4 feet of bituminous coal. Partially treated water is drawn down through it to capture PFAS and other contaminants.
So this is sort of like a big fish tank? I mean, with that carbon on it?
Without the fish, yes.
Yeah.
The township gets its water from 11 wells, each with trace amounts of PFAS from an unknown source. The most recent tests found 6.5 parts per trillion, far below the 70 parts per trillion limit for drinking water. But residents have complained about having any at all. That led to a $750,000 state grant to pay for this pilot project, which is being closely watched by the State Department of Environmental Quality.
I think we're cutting edge. We're way ahead of the program.
They'll take a sample of the water tomorrow and drive it to a lab in South Bend to test it for PFAS. They expect results in 5 days.
Our goal is 0. We would love to have 0 any day of the week.
He says the township will post test results on its website. This is the first step. They hope to install 3 more carbon filters later this summer. Ken Kolker, 24-Hour News 8.
Of course, we've continued to stay on top of this important story that impacts so many people. One of the big headlines this week has been foam on 2 area rivers. The state announced foam on the Rogue River in Rockford near Wolverine Worldwide's old tannery contains PFAS. Health officials say you shouldn't swallow it. After Target 8 contacted the state about foam on the Thornapple River, DEQ officials collected samples there. Those tests will likely take weeks. The Thornapple is near Ford Airport, which used to use firefighting foam that contained PFAS.